What's up, people? It's your man, Urban, reporting from your mother's basement. Boy, Walton. I'm going to tell you guys like this, man, and I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Keep it 100. A lot of you fans might disagree with me. It's all good. You know, like I said, we all live to disagree. Because if every man agreed, I think this world would be a much better place. Wouldn't you say so yourself? But Lew Walton is just and this is my thing. Lew Walton is Byron Scott. I'm gonna say it. I mean, I know he only had 2 years as head coach, but if me, Dan, a Lakers fan, Mike from Lakers Talk, Eddie Starr, the Laker guys, some of the reporters from LA, the Lake Show, Kareem, and I can go on and on with other Laker channels as well. If 90% of what we're saying is almost similar, then I know for hell that Lew Walton knows this as well. Now, I'll be honest with you. If I was Julius Randle, when this season is over, I'd get the hell out of here. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'll get the hell out of here, man, because what makes me so upset is this. Julius Randle did everything Magic Johnson said to do coming into this season. To get in shape, be ready, be prepared. This guy made a tremendous change around in his physique, you know, his body structure and all that. And to be rewarded with that, he's put on the bench. Now, my thing is this. I'm not going to put so much blame on Walton because Walton played Julius Randle last year. He was getting 25 minutes. He played him. I mean, everybody was getting 25 minutes to the end, and, you know, they always getting like 30 minutes. Julius, D'Angelo, Jordan Clarkson. They were all getting, Brandon Ingram. Brandon was getting 30 minutes from the beginning. But Julius Randle was getting some minutes towards the end. But he was playing, you know, he was playing them. My question is to you Lakers fans is this. Are we not sure this is not coming down from the front office to play Julius Randle in a limited amount of minutes to, like, soften up his contract opportunity when the end of the season comes so he don't get that much money? I mean, if this is what the Lakers thinking, I'm be honest with you, because there's going to be a team out there that will give him 17 to 20 mil. There's going to be a team that's going to give him 17 to 20 mil. You know, if we can give Lou Dane, you know, a guy that comes in with crutches and one toe, if we can give him a $70-something million contract for 4 years, and trust and believe, like Charles Barkley and Shaq said, I would like to go back to the NBA right now and get picked up by one of these teams. If they're giving trash players $100 million a year, $100 million not a year, but $100 million contract, $1 million contracts. Oh, I know I can get $200 million per month. That's what Shaq was saying. Because they're making fun of the NBA and some of the owners and some of the most stupidest decisions they made when it comes to a lot of these players. A lot of these players have got those nice size contracts the last 2 years. You don't hear nothing about a lot of them now. A lot of these guys, you know, and we see and talk about Lou Dane, but there's a lot of NBA players right now who are on nice contracts. They ain't doing crap for their team. We can look at the Wizards. What was it? Mimi, whatever his name is, gave him a nice contract. What he's doing? You know, what was it? Parson. You know, Anderson. And we can go on and on. I don't even want to get into it. I mean, some of them just role players is getting nice size payouts. But anyway, we played the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies, they didn't have their point guard. They didn't have, who else they didn't have? Well, actually, they were just missing basically their point guard. They had McLemore, mainly the point guard. He was the main ones missing. Mike Conley. He's like the, you know, the general of that team, you know, the floor general. And Memphis, we just beat them not too long ago. We did a good number on them. But that with all our stars. This game, we had Brandon Ingram coming back from an injury. Kuzma, Bogut, Clarkson, and Caldwell, you know, starting. Larry Nance coming off the bench now. So, if you look at the roster, and excuse me, I'm in your mama's basement right now, and if she wanted to turn the heat on, and she's a little upset with me because I ain't been giving her no food stamps, so I might be getting kicked out soon. So I got a GoFundMe up here, man. I only want food stamps. I don't want no green money. I don't want no Bitcoins, nothing like that. I want old-fashioned food stamps, the paper kind. Not no EBT cards, nothing like that. Help a brother out so I can make some videos, so I can enlighten your day. But Kuzma been the last couple games been playing almost 40 minutes. And he's a rookie. Not knocking it. No, he was tired. Now, the thing that upsets me is this. I think they're kind of upset that Kuzma is getting a lot of the attention, more than Ingram and Ball, because Ball is the feature, attention. Ball is getting a lot of negative attention from most fans, and I'm not talking about Lakers fans. I'm talking about the fake fans. I ain't gonna say fake fans, but Laker fans too as well. Not all Lakers fans. Some understand that Ball's a rookie and they know that it's gonna take time to get him where you need to get at. The only thing he's really missing is a jump shot and much more productivity when he goes to the basket. But in that, the other things that he does makes him a pretty good player. Now Kuzma over the last couple games been getting a lot of attention. It's to the point right now everybody on Twitter talking about voting Kuzma, which makes sense. I would vote Kuzma. If everybody vote Kuzma, we might have a shot to get him in there. But we got some players that want to vote for Ball, some players that want to vote for Ingram. Let's all just focus on just getting Kuzma in there. Because he's right now to me is probably remember this is All-Star game. The best person that probably would fit the All-Star game is probably Kuzma because he can shoot and all that. As long as Ball would be pretty good too, but they got a lot of guards. He could play small forward, but it is what it is. Remember, LeBron James would get to pick the players, so I don't know how that works this year. But anyway, Kuzma been playing a lot of minutes, and Luke Walton said that he would like to lessen his minutes, but he can't get him off the floor. So this game against the Memphis Grizzlies, this guy had no gas left in his tank. No gas. 1 for 11 behind 3-point arc, 4 for 24, and the so-called Kuzma haters are going to come out and say, oh, he had a bad game, look at him now. Nah, it's because he played a lot of freaking minutes, dude. The last 4 games he played over 40 minutes. This is a bad call on Walton, and I think they did this in order to have fans switch up and start talking bad about Kuzma now. So that way they can slowly but surely, because remember, Brook Lopez is about to come back. So Kuzma had bad games like this. This is an easy way for Luke Walton to put him back on the bench, bring Brook Lopez back into the starting 5, along with Larry Nance, and most fans be like, okay, that's cool because Kuzma ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Come on, let's be real, guys. This guy let this guy stay out there and hang and just went pretty dead. The guy ain't do too much of nothing. He had 8 rebounds, 2 steals, but he didn't do nothing. And even that game, we still were in the game against Memphis. We was in this game. Brandon Ingram, I know a lot of people say he had a good game. In reality, he didn't really have a good game because he had a bad shooting game. He was 9 for 20. 9 for 20. If you break it down, that's not a good stat. You know what I mean? Free throws, 5 for 11, missing a lot of free throws. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. And the whole team, and I'm not going to just say Jordan Clarkson this game, but the whole entire team, from KCP, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, all them guys were basically doing was ISO. It was basically the ISO finale. And if y'all can watch right now, I would tap dance on it because that's what it was. They were all tap dancing on ISO plays. Everybody was running ISOs. What pisses me off the most, and I'm pissed off with Luke Walton, and I know he must be getting this from the front office. It got to come from the front office. It got to come from Magic and them. Randle only played 11 goddamn minutes. 11 damn minutes, man. Larry Nance played 19 minutes. He had 12 points, 9 boards. That's cool and all. But Julius Randle only played 11 freaking minutes. They didn't even play him, man. They didn't get no type of energy coming off the bench whatsoever. They didn't even get a man opportunity. Instead, they kept Kuzma and made Kuzma look like a fool that night when he know he had no gas. And any other time that was Jordan Clarkson shooting that many crazy shots, he would set him down. I'm paying attention to this, man. And that's why I said at the end of the day, Magic Johnson, he's my idol, but I'm starting to what is these guys doing? Are they trying to put a dark cloud over certain players so that way fan base can turn on them? Because that's what I'm looking at right now. This guy was dead. You seen he was dead, but you didn't want to pull him. And then people say, well, Brandon had a good game. I'm like, oh, he didn't have a good game, man. 44 minutes, 9 for 20. That's not a good game. Jordan Clarkson didn't have a good game. 7 for 17. None of them had a good game. Caldwell Pope still continued to struggle. 4 for 10. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? See, this is my thing then. They could have brought in Brian. They could have brought in some fresh legs, Zubac, somebody, to help the team out, man. These guys were tired. They were beat up and they were worn out. You know what I mean? So you're not utilizing a lot of players that should have been playing. Instead, you go ahead and will not. I mean, to this day, it kills me to see this, but you will not let Julius Randle play the power forward spot. You haven't played center. So basically, you had Larry Nance playing center. Bogut had 9 rebounds in 13 minutes. No blocks. They played. They look at the end of the day. They played freaking. They played Gasol pretty good though. He was 4 for 10. He was struggling too, and they kept him on the block. They was double teaming him, and they was keeping him from picking the ball up. So that was kind of cool. But freaking Evans was killing us, man. I mean, freaking killing us. This guy, can nobody stop him? Could nobody stop him. Harris had a good game too. Freaking Davis had a good game. That's about it. But and Martin, always a power forward. And he was playing against who? Kuzma. And I'm not saying Kuzma's a bad guy, you know, because he played pretty defense here and there. But my problem is that Julius Randle ain't getting no playing time. No playing time. And then people wonder why this guy's sitting on the bench, frustrated, pouting and all that. I would be pouting too, man, because I've basically been lied to. You know, like I said, I went out, got myself in shape, fixed my body up, did everything Magic Johnson want me to do to only come off the bench and only play 19 minutes. And I don't want to hear enough from fans to sit there and say, well, he don't have a right hand. You know, he ain't got no low post moves. You know, he does the same thing over and over again. The guy's only playing less than 20 minutes. We will never see what Randle can do or capable of doing because Luke Walton don't know what to do with him. I'm not saying Luke Walton don't know what to do with him. I'm thinking it's coming from Magic Johnson in him because he played last year with Luke Walton. I think because we don't have no shooters and all that, Luke Walton right now, his system is a flaw. Because Luke Walton's system is based on shooters. Because you don't have no shooters, it's hard to utilize the players according to the way his system works. And I don't think Luke Walton can change his system. He's set in that system. He's not a veteran coach and say, okay, well, we got to change the philosophy because we don't have the tools to run the system that we need to run. So instead, we're going to just run the system that I know best. And because you're running the system, every man that comes on that floor got to learn how to shoot a three. And this is what's killing us. This is the Achilles heel right now. We're dead last in threes, but yet we're still shooting 10, 15, 20 freaking three-pointers. And I'm talking about like, I mean, excuse me. I'm talking about like just individuals taking 9 three-pointers, 11 three-pointers, cold as freaking ice. And you don't need to win games by shooting threes, man. You can go inside. We're number one in inside plays. And the reason why we're number one, because of the up-tempo style of play we run. It's not because of the half-court set. Because we're not a half-court set offense. We're an up-tempo type of offense where when we out on the breaks, it's the reason why we get a lot of in-point paints. I mean, in-point paints. But points in the paint because we always running. This team, without Lonzo Ball, is not a good team. Simple as that. I don't care who it is. They're not a good team. This is a proven fact. Because at the end of the day, if you look at it, these guys, you know, creative shots, all you got to do is double down or DM up, get on them man-to-man, and make them force a lot of shots, and this is the results of it. Nobody at that starting five had a good game. The only person that had a good game in this starting five, to be honest with you, was Bogut. I know a lot of people might want to disagree with me, but it's true. Bogut was slow, but at least he did what he's supposed to do in them 13 minutes. He had 9 boards. Didn't have no blocks, but, you know, he played pretty good defense against Gasol. But Julius Randle not getting no playing time really frustrates me, man. And I'm hoping that when the season's over, this guy go ahead and get out of there. I would not want to come back to a team that's not going to utilize me at all. If I'm only coming here to get 20 minutes, then I'm going to go somewhere else. Because right now, Julius Randle can start for somebody else. And I'd love to see Julius Randle in Dallas as a power forward. And that's just me. I'd love to see him in Dallas. And I think that Julius Randle, a lot of people sleeping on Julius Randle. I know a lot of people say, well, he can't shoot this and that. If you look at Julius Randle's shots, he's not getting that many shots, first and foremost. Number two, he's not shooting the ball 15, 16 times on average. He's probably shooting about 9 times, if that. And most of the time they got him playing center, but he's playing down low, which I like because he's playing to his strength. The only problem is that you got somebody like Jordan Clarkson. I'm not knocking Jordan Clarkson because sometimes he make good passes to Julius to give him easy layups, easy dunks. But then there's sometimes where him, Ingram, all them guys will actually drop the ball off to Julius when he already got 2 men down in the paint. So now when Julius got 2 men down in the paint, they smother him. Another man come on, they smother him, and they put that trap defense on him where he cannot pass the ball out. And that's been going on a lot. And sometimes Julius Randle do it himself. He'll try to keep going up because he's looking at it like this. I'm only getting 19 minutes. I got to, you know, showcase my skills so hopefully somebody can pick me up. Somebody can give me that contract because, you know, he is playing for a contract this year as well. Same thing with KCP. And this is the main reason why these players, when they're in contract mode, they're going to play much more stronger or better because they want to get a better contract, which makes sense. I'm not going to come out here and just put up 6 points and 7 boards or 3 boards and think I'm going to get a $15, $16 million a year contract. It's not going to happen. So the little 19 minutes I get or whatever I get, I'm going to the rack because I already know I'm not going to be here. So when I get out on that floor, I'm going to do what I can to make myself look good. I know it sounds selfish, but this is what I think Julius Randle is going through Julius Randle's mind. Julius Randle is playing Julius Randle ball. I'm a defense. I'm going to play D. You know, I'm going to show people, I'm going to showcase my skill. I'm going to go down low, show that nobody can bang with me. So that way, when I go as a free agent, I'm going to get me a nice contract. The Lakers ain't going to sign him. And I hope they don't. I hope the Julius Randle don't come back to L.A. I'm just being, I'm an L.A. fan, man, but it's wrong about what Lou Walton in the front office is doing to Julius Randle. It's bull crap. I cannot take it. It's stressing me to freak out. I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Every year, the Lakers organization and the fan base will pick a certain enemy. It's like, you know, every year, your turn up. So next year, who's going to be next year that y'all going to put a shadow over next year? This year is Jordan and Julius Randle. Last year was D'Angelo. The year before that, it was Byron Scott. Year before that, Nick Young. I mean, I can go on and on and on, man. Every year, we constantly pick a person to destroy and tear down. And it's sad, man. So I'm hoping that Julius Randle get the hell out of here, man. Because it's not right the way they are not using him. Because Kuzma was dead. He should have came in. He should have played. They didn't really play him. So at the end of the day, I don't know what we're playing for. Because right now, like I told people, we're not a bad team. We're just poorly coached. And I'm going to just be honest with you. But I don't really think it's so much on Luke. I think it's a lot on Magic Johnson and them as well. Because I know for a fact, Luke Walton liked D'Angelo Russell. And if it was up to Luke, D'Angelo Russell would still be here. Yeah, we probably lost out on Kuzma because we never know how that draft would go. But he calls D'Angelo Russell every chance he gets to talk to him. And I know he liked Julius Randle. I know a lot of people say he'll like Julius, this and that. I don't believe that. Because he played them guys last year. Jordan Clarkson, Julius, and all them guys. But now Magic Johnson will come here. That's why you'll hear Magic Johnson saying anything. They can put all that on Luke Walton. And this is what I'm going to say about Luke Walton. Buddy, be careful. Be careful. Because at the end of the season, like I said, your job could be on the line too. Magic Johnson could be setting you up to get rid of you as well. I'm just being honest with you. You got to pay attention to all this stuff, man. You know, they could be setting Luke Walton up to bring in somebody else. So everybody in the fan base could turn on Luke Walton too. So that way they could bring in somebody else, man. I'm just being honest with you. You got to remember, Byron Scott, I keep telling y'all guys. I told y'all videos a long time ago. Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, Kareem, they're good friends. Magic Johnson and Byron Scott, Magic Johnson and Kareem were the two that actually kept getting at the Lakers front office to bring Byron Scott in. They wanted Byron Scott in. And then they got Byron Scott in. They let Byron Scott go for Luke Walton. Remember, Luke Walton is Jim Butts and Mitch Kupchak, man. Not Magic in a man. So keep that in mind. Now, I think like this, and I think I might say in my last video, LeBron James, at the end of the day, I think the reason why they're going to keep Luke Walton around at the end of the season is they're going to see what LeBron James going to do. Because LeBron James, he'd like to have a coach where he can manipulate and tell him what to do and how to do it. That's why Tyronn Lue, it hadn't been fired yet in Cleveland. You know, and he got the other guy that was used to be in San Antonio fired. You know what I mean? He got, you know, he wanted to be the coach on and off the court. And that's why he might keep Luke around, only if LeBron come here. But I don't think LeBron is coming here. And I think that Luke Walton might be gone at the end of the season, man. And I think that right now the Lakers are using him as an scapegoat. Luke Walton, I'm saying it right now, they're using him as a scapegoat so the fan base can turn on Luke Walton. Because the way he's doing Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson is pissing him off with his rotation and everything. But I believe in my heart that Magic Johnson may have a lot to do with that. The only reason I'm saying that, because last season, when Luke Walton was only playing them guys 25 minutes, Magic Johnson told him to go ahead and sit Lou Aldane and Miles and let them young guys play and get 30-something minutes. Which last year I didn't mind because we win the games. But this right here, this is bull crap. And I'll keep telling fans at the end of the day is that ain't nobody going to want to come to a team that look like they're dismissal. You know what I mean? Like, it's a train wreck. You know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a train wreck. So I'm hoping that Julius Randle, at the end of the season, get the hell out. With that being said, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the Julius Randle dilemma. I feel bad about him, and I also feel bad about Luke. I'm not saying that Luke should be fired, but I think this is coming from the front office. All this stuff that's going on with this team, I think it's coming from the front office. I got to look beyond Luke Walton. I'm sorry. I can't keep saying Luke Walton because it don't make sense to me. Like I said, I done named all the channels that we see the same thing, and how come Luke not seeing this? I think Luke frustrated, man, because, you know, I don't think Luke really have control of the team. I think Magic them do. But anyway, y'all take care. Have a blessed one. And like I said, I'm going to try to drop another. I got another video coming out. So I'm going to surprise you guys. But anyway, y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Be safe out there. Love y'all.